And now that Bitcoin's at $100,000, do you know what message I keep getting sent? Andrew, how do I make some money? I need Bitcoin. Andrew, can you motivate me? Why weren't you motivated when Bitcoin was 8,000? Why weren't you motivated when you stood a chance? Why must reality slap you in the face so brutally for you to wake up? You only learn lessons the hardest possible way. And here I am, trying my best to convince you to win. And I can't seem to get you to take action and move and work. This outcome was certain. And you still just laid in bed at night after an average day of meager efforts and slept like a fucking baby. You went to bed broke and slept like a fucking baby.
You slept like a freaking baby. That's what you're probably doing right now. As you guys see, Dogelon Mars rising from the ashes, stronger than ever. Oh my gosh. Family. So as you guys see this picture right here, and I'm just now looking at it. I got off of work. Right now, it looks like it's showing us, we see a zero here, a zero here. Oh, did we see another zero? But if you look, we got one. Look at these zeros right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, I'm probably just going too far, probably. You get what I'm saying? But it's kind of strange how you see these zeros right here. What is the symbol of? I mean, yeah, we have some on this belt, but listen, while you're sleeping, why are you thinking, where can we possibly go? Where can Dogelon Mars possibly go with this great burn, with Ethereum running, with us being on Bitcoin rooms, with us being a OG token, with us being here for 4 years, haven't rugged nobody. Again, if you tend to sell and take some profits, do what's best for you. But at the end of the day, I'm seeking generational wealth. Could 2025 be a game changer for a lot of us? I believe so. And I have articles that I will state all that. Stay tuned, stay locked in this video. And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to this channel and destroy that like button. We're about to get into it. Shout out to Dogelon Warriors. Be one of the first. The great burn is happening soon. As one of the pioneers, your action will help push us closer to Mars. This isn't just about tokens. It's about leaving your mark on something legendary. Family, it is going to be one insane price movement that we're about to experience. You guys see where we're sitting at. Let's check the price right quick. We're sitting at 24.37 on CoinMarketCap. We're up 6%. We're up 57% in 1 month, family. In 1 month. Let's really get real. 24.37. Let's see where everything else. Bitcoin at 99K. Ethereum sitting at 3,900. Solana sitting at 235. Binance sitting at 743. But I want to show you the whales are buying. Someone spent 20 grand. This one whale by itself, D47E. 1, 2, 3. He made 3 orders, 3 buy orders. Around what? 22,000. Around what? 46K? Around 42, 46K? And then you keep on going, family. The whales are buying. They have been manipulating the market. As you guys know, we had liquidated. The whales has liquidated around what, $1 billion yesterday. And the thing about it is, we seen that flash crash. That flash crash that happened. But let me keep on going to these news, because you guys have to understand what's happening, why things are moving the way it's moving right now. As you guys see here, Ethereum meme coin season. Pump it all to Mars. We're on Bitcoin rooms. Ethereum. We're about to have this great burn. Elon Musk is about to be in the White House. So we're definitely going to have major hype of people saying, I need to buy some tokens that has Doge. I need to buy some tokens that has Elon. I have to buy some tokens that has Mars. And all three, we got this one token that we've been holding, us OG holders, Dogelon Mars family. And as you see, Florida may introduce a Ethereum reserve in 2025, leveraging its $185 billion pension fund and budget surplus to allocate billions into crypto-related assets. Family, with them doing that, pushing it into Ethereum, at first they were having their Bitcoin reserve, now a Ethereum reserve. You guys know we're on the Ethereum chain. We're in almost all ecosystems. This is why I say that we can see major price movement in the next coming weeks. This is going to surge a lot of these asset prices sky high. See, we couldn't forecast or know what was happening around, like what's going to happen in the future, but everything is showing right now. The hype is not even here yet. Stay tuned, man. Crypto adoption continues to soar with over 400 million active wallets. This is with a positive balance. It was way below 100 million wallets around 2017. Now the wallets has soared. You guys see it right here, man. And this is what's crazy. This is why I've been preaching and telling you guys to hold your crypto on your ledger. But if you feel comfortable with crypto.com and Coinbase, it's your crypto. You get what I'm saying? But shout out to this. Good morning, crypto. FDIC letters reveal U.S. banks were told to pause crypto activities. The banks told we're told to, hey, cease crypto activities. Don't have no transfers or payments going through right now. Why? Because they don't want you to buy the dip. They are trying to set things up right now. This is, family, I've been a smoke screen that they've been putting. Now people are waking up. We respectfully ask that you pause all crypto-related activity. Operation Choke Point 2.0 is exposed in real time. Look at this. This is from the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation. They know damn well once crypto start booming and people start really cashing out, they ain't got enough money to cover all that. They ain't got enough money. They already know that. We already had bank closings in Silicon Valley with the banks. And with someone is telling them respectfully, let me read this to you guys. Dear members of the brand, this office received blank blank submission blank that provided high-level information related to the subject product. The proposed blank, however, at this time, the FDIC has not determined what, if any, regulatory filings will be necessary for a bank to engage in this activity. As a result, we respectfully ask that you pause all crypto asset related activity. The FDIC will notify all FDIC supervised banks at a later date when a determination has been made on the supervisory expectations for engaging in crypto asset related activity, including the need for any regulatory filings. You may direct questions on this matter to blank. As a reminder, written correspondence should be addressed to Christy Elmquist, Regional Director, FDIC Dallas Regional Office, and sent as a PDF document through the FDIC secure email portal. Family, this is something that you need to wake up on. You got to wake up on this. You got to wake up. It's happening in your eyes. Plain sight is happening. You know that there's going to be a major shift that will turn up in 2025. I just believe like it's going to be all gas, no brakes. The switch is going to be flipped, and the banks can't control it. Right now, they control what's going on right now with buying crypto, anything crypto related. They can control that. Oh, well, you can't buy anything crypto right now. You know, I'm sorry. They're going to try to make you sell some of your other assets to buy what you want to buy. That's what they plan with you. They know generational wealth is upon us at our fingers. We've been in the trenches for years. Now, of course, there's a lot of people who wants to take profits. But right now, what they're trying to do, they're trying to make it. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Even if you were trying to cash out your crypto on your Coinbase exchange, you wouldn't be able to cash it. It will stay right there. It will stay right there in your account. You guys remember what happened to Robinhood with the whole GameStop. So stop playing. You hit the description link down below for you to get a ledger. Don't play with yourself now. It is getting real. Why is the federal government, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, is sending out this letter? This was filed 12/6/2024 to all the banks about crypto. This is how you know it's getting real, family. Wake up. Please wake up. And as you guys see, Rumble to invest up to 20 million in Bitcoin. CEO Chris Pavlovsky also wants creators on Rumble to accept donations in Bitcoin. It's about to get mainstream. Crypto is really about to get mainstream. Let me just play this. I want you guys to really, this is real life news. Everything is still associated with Dogelon Mars. Everything is crypto. You can't look at Dogelon Mars like, oh, it's just one of the pump and dump tokens, because it's not that. It never been that. This token was made to help rug pull victims. This token was made to be on a mission, and it's achieving each milestone. Let's play this video.
We just talked to a big Bitcoin bear. You're a Bitcoin bull. You're going to put $20 million worth of it on your balance sheet. Why?
So yeah, we recently announced that we're going to adopt the Bitcoin treasury strategy. Obviously, if you've taken a look at Bitcoin over the past decade, it's been volatile, but it continues to move up. I'm a firm believer in any decentralization currency, digital currency. This is a widely adopted currency. Contrasted to what your previous guest said, it is being used. It's being used multiple different ways. And one of the ways that I would like to see it being used is on Rumble, where creators can receive donations in BTC or Tether. They can receive donation or even get paid in BTC or Tether or US dollars, whatever they prefer. And that's kind of the way we're moving the company. And that's the future. We see it around the world, and we see this adoption increasing. And it's clearly, I'm clearly at very contrast to your previous guest, but yeah, you can call me a Bitcoin bull for sure.
You guys heard what he said. Mainstream adoption. Mainstream adoption. Tether Treasury has minted $2 billion worth of USDT on Ethereum. On Ethereum. Do you guys see what I see? Do you guys understand what I'm understanding? Don't you guys know this burn that's going to take effect? Don't you guys know that they're predicting a $200,000 Bitcoin? Just like what me and Laura said. They're predicting a $200,000 Bitcoin, and we're on Bitcoin rooms. Shout out to Murad. He says everything is going according to plan. Believe in something. 2025 is when the parabolic moves will happen, as you guys see right here. It's about to go crazy. Above 10 trillion. Above 10 trillion. You guys see it. Meme coins. DeFi, GameFi, alt, layer ones, NFT, metaverse. We're layer 2. It's going to sky up higher. We're going to shoot up a lot more higher. And I'm here. I'm here to witness everything. As you guys see, investors are tired of pump and dump. They need a long-term meme coin. And as you guys know, we're holding Dogelon Mars, and we are long-term. Now, what you guys been waiting for as well? Exclusive. Mark Cuban says crypto hasn't had its Instagram moment yet, despite Bitcoin reaching all-time highs. As you hear this, yet billionaire investor, I want you guys to see this. Yet billionaire investor Mark Cuban believes the industry's best days are still ahead. Cuban told the Street Roundtable that Bitcoin's rally is purely supply and demand driven, but emphasized that the cryptocurrency market has yet to achieve its Instagram moment. The crypto industry is still waiting for a transitional app that brings crypto applications to the mainstream. Cuban said, crypto has not had its own Instagram moment yet, equal to Instagram driving adoption of smartphones and the App Store. Still, Cuban remains bullish on Bitcoin's potential. That won't keep Bitcoin from reaching all-time highs, he added. There is too much demand from institutions and young buyers, family. Like, you're not understanding. As what he says here. Crypto quant analyst Doc Foss explained that retail investor demand has surged, reaching levels unseen since 2020. The 30-day demand change from retail investors has just reached its highest level since 2020. This surge in retail interest may partially explain the strong ongoing demand, even as long-term holders begin to take profits. Are you ready for what's about to happen? Are you ready for I can't even explain it, like we're about to deal with something that we never dealt with a day in our life. We're about to see a huge amount of money that we never seen in our life. And I'm not talking about 50 grand or 100 grand, even though that may be some of you guys that you guys never seen before in your life, 50 or 100 grand, just sitting there in a portfolio where you could cash out. Let me play this, and I want you guys to understand this. This is Donald Trump new crypto on Bitcoin. Bitcoin is backed by math. I think a lot of people might over time gradually think that's a better form of money. Let's just sit back and listen to this right quick.
And how do you think of that asset given kind of the macro backdrop?
Well, the thing that's interesting about Bitcoin, I've been interested in Bitcoin since I think I first bought it in 2012, maybe.
Okay.
And we invested in a number of. We're not a crypto investor, but we did express a thesis back in 2017, 2018 that we thought that crypto would graduate from being a institutional asset class from being really more of a consumer retail phenomenon. And so we ended up investing in institutional custody through a company called BitGo, and we also invested in we're the seed investor in Multicoin Capital, which was a crypto-focused hedge fund. We basically believe that that as crypto matured into an asset class, you would need specialized fund managers, of which we were not really. I'm a SaaS investor, but I'm like, but let's invest in these guys because they're focused on the problem. So we expressed a number of these views, and it generally has worked out very well for us. But in any event, so I've been interested in Bitcoin for a while, and I think the transformational part of Bitcoin is this idea that we could have non-fiat money, right? We just, as we're talking about with the Fed, there is a huge risk of currency debasement when the government is in control, and particularly when you have the world's reserve currency. There's just such an enormous temptation to print money to finance your budget and to rack up loans that become unpayable. We're at what, like 130% of GDP now we owe. So we owe an amount of money greater than the size of our entire economy or our economic output. That sounds very hard to repay to me.
Mhm.
So the temptation will eventually be to monetize the debt away, basically to debase the currency to pay for this debt. That's always been a risk throughout history. And now what Bitcoin offers is a different kind of currency where it's not backed by a government, it's backed by math, it's backed by encryption. And so you don't have to trust the government that there will only be 21 million Bitcoin. It's in the code. And so you just have to trust that that Bitcoin effectively won't be cracked. You just have to believe that the system is secure. And I think a lot of people might over time gradually think that's a better form of money.
Two other questions around Bitcoin. I guess one is like, do you think it could rise to become the global reserve currency? And whether that's, 50, 100, even 500 years from now, like, is the expectation that there would be decentralized money as the core unit of account and kind of store value globally? Or do you think that we'll just get more and more fragmentation and there'll be fiat currencies, there'll be decentralized, currency like Bitcoin? Maybe there's even these private currencies that some of these companies have tried to create. Like, how do you think this plays out?
It's hard to know. I mean, Balaji's got this framework where there's basically only three currencies that have scale. One is the USD the USD American empire. Then there's China, the renminbi, and then there's Bitcoin in the sort of crypto world. And he thinks those are the only three currencies that can get to sufficient scale to be some sort of world reserve currency. I don't know what happens. I mean, I think the question is, can you get to something where Bitcoin is widely used without there being like basically a US dollar collapse or something catastrophic happening? I don't know the answer to that. I think there are sort of middle scenarios where, if you're in a country that had that with like a totalitarian government or something like that, or had export controls, or was extremely repressive, or is being invaded and going through a war, you'd want to move as much of your net worth into Bitcoin as you could, despite the price volatility, because it's portable. You could take it with you. So in that, it's the new diamonds, it's the new gold bars, whatever. So there's sort of that store value argument, even short of it being a fiat currency. But I think it's interesting. It's what we're talking about. I didn't coin this phrase, but the separation of money and state. And if that happens, that would be as big an event as the separation of church and state. The church and state.
As you guys know, he's the new czar of crypto for the United States. So you see how bullish he is talking right now. You see how bullish he's talking. He was like, if things are about to crash, a lot of people put their money into crypto. That will be, a lot more safer. He has a lot of volatility, but you're able to move with it.
They used to be intrinsically linked and combined. You couldn't really think about the two without them being together. Now we think about them being separate. I think money and state is kind of like that. We can't really think of money without the state, but Bitcoin, it's sort of this like sci-fi future where you could maybe have these two things decoupled. I don't know how long that takes. I don't, and it's very hard to know like what price you should put on that, which is why I don't like actively speculate on it, because I just don't know what the price level should be.
Yeah. Do you still buy Bitcoin like over time, just as like, hey, I'm just dollar cost averaging, or is this something where, hey, I bought some early on, that's what I got, and I'm going to go focus on SaaS investing, or like how do you think about it?
Yeah, so I have a position in it, and my view is kind of to set it and forget it. I've seen so many ups and downs at this point that I'm just like, look, I'm going to put this amount of money in Bitcoin, and it's some percentage of my net worth. I'm just going to leave it alone, and maybe it'll be worth nothing, but maybe this will become new money over the next 20 years, and in which case I'll feel really stupid if I didn't buy in at a much earlier stage. So I've kind of got like a little piece there, and I just leave it alone and don't try to figure out like these price moves.
Last thing on Bitcoin is there's a very large portion of people in the Bitcoin crypto world that are Bitcoin maximalists. And so they believe, hey, Bitcoin is the only thing, everything else is a shitcoin, it's all going to zero. I don't think you're in that category given some of the investments that you've made. What is your argument for or against kind of that maximalistic view when it comes to something like money? Is it something that you understand, but you're like, hey, I'm an investor and I want to go also find productive assets? Is it something where you're like, I don't understand, that view of the world? Just talk to me about that.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a maximalist. I think that the case for Bitcoin is probably the strongest of all the cryptos, and the price and relative stability reflects that. But look, you have in the process of creating Bitcoin, you have these other new technologies arise, like the blockchain itself, and why couldn't you use that to support other, innovations? And so the most obvious one being, the idea of a smart contract platform. And so now you have kind of these other cryptos that function as gas to basically buy computing power on a smart contract platform, like Ethereum, like Solana. That's the space. And then there's all the various applications that potentially could be run on a blockchain, which mainly you've seen in terms of ones that have scale. It's mostly just DeFi. It's mostly financial contracts of various kinds and financial speculation. I think what remains to be seen is what is the breadth of the applications that can ultimately be built on top of blockchains. But I think part of in the exuberance over these types of platforms, I think there's like too many things that actually don't really make a lot of sense, where no, you're just better off using a centralized database. So the breadth still remains to be seen. But I think what's interesting is just the financial contracts, the settlement system, the way that you could do derivatives, things like that. It's so much more transparent than what you could get on Wall Street, where they're giving you
You heard him. You heard what he's talking about, family man. I hope you guys are super bullish as I am. As you guys know, shout out to Dogelon Meme Lord. This could be huge. If you listen to the live, we decided as a team, MC, Parabolic Paul, Crypto Loser, and Meme Lord, to do a DAO proposal in order to bridge Elon over to XRP. And you guys know that is breaking. XRP blockchain. Stay tuned for more details when the DAO proposal goes live for you to vote. Crypto Brown, I know you are excited. The official Dogelon DAO website is below. The website is down probably for updating, etc. Once it's up, vote on it. Again, guys, you guys know XRP is about to go parabolic. And if we get bridged to XRP, do you know how bullish that would be? Don't you guys know how bullish that would be? Oh my God, it's about to go crazy. As you guys see here, welcome to Shanghai. Look how beautiful it is. I hope it ain't got no crazy things on it, but let's see. We're going to turn off the music off of that one. And this is how it's looking right now, man. That's how Shanghai, China looking like right now. It looked like a damn game. And you guys know Dogelon Mars is coming out with their own video game, which is super bullish. And as you guys see here, global debt now hits $323 trillion. Global debt marches to a whopping $322 trillion, the fresh record driven by falling borrowing costs and rising risk appetite, increases repayment risk worldwide, and potentially exacerbating fiscal strains. Like, you guys know, with all this debt that the global world is doing, they're going to all merge into crypto. We're going to have a financial reset. And that's going to be crazy. A financial reset, family? Don't you know what that means for us? So as you guys see, Bitcoin sitting at 99K. Look like we're going to touch back at 100K this morning. Tomorrow morning, we should see 100K Bitcoin. Right now, the fear and greed index is sitting at 82. Dogelon Mars is still sitting at 2441, up 6%. Family, our lives is about to change. And I hope you guys are prepared. And if you don't have a ledger, go down below and grab you a ledger.